Ooh, child, things are going to get easier. And I am live. So they say. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Kid Smooth back with another. I guess it's not a podcast. I guess it's a video, but it's live, and it's when I go unscripted. I'm just gonna be talking, and you guys see the title, Uncharted Collection, slap in the face. Now you might ask what I mean by that. When I first seen Yoshida, I think tweeted out, I was like, oh, like shit, that's what's up. I was like, okay, but the thing is, my only thing was I was just telling you guys how just raving about PlayStation Now and that it being a great service, especially if you didn't have a PlayStation 3, if you missed out on that generation, that PlayStation Now is a great service to have, especially if you have good internet. If you have good internet, you're gold. So and my plan was after I finish knack after I finish knack and God of War Ascension, I was going to go in on PlayStation Now, and start the Uncharted series. I was going to play 1 through 3 just to get myself familiar with it, and that's what I was gonna do. But I seen the tweet, and I started seeing the images, and I'm like, okay, I was like, okay, well, I guess I don't need to play through them on PlayStation Now at a lower resolution, and that kind of disappointed me a little bit, only because I was like, well, now maybe I should just cancel my PlayStation Now. Maybe I only need it for a few games, because I really was dominantly going to take PlayStation Now for the play all the Uncharted's, because they got all three of them on PlayStation Now. I was gonna play through them that way. So I was like, all right, but it will look better. It'll be in 1080p, possibly 60 frames per second as a remaster. I'm like, all right, but that was when it was first announced, and then later on, they revealed the price, and they also revealed the that it's not going to have the multiplayer. I don't know whether it's going to be a DLC or no multiplayer at all. And then that shocked me, because the price, I'm thinking, all right, they're gonna pull a God of War $40 or something like that. It's $60, full blown $60 available to pre-order. It's $60, and it's just a single player campaign, and I think a beta for the multiplayer of the new game that's coming out in 2016, Uncharted 4. So that was cool, but they're omitting the multiplayer. I don't know how many of the games have multiplayer, but the collection won't have any multiplayer, and that was a shocker, because that's like technically it's half the game. If you think about it, it's half the package. And that they're still charging $60 for it is what kind of surprised me. The thing is, because I was actually for the Uncharted collection when it was when it was announced. When I seen Yoshida tweet it, I was for it. I was like, all right, cool. I mean, like I said, it's a collection. It's not just one of the games. It's a collection. Whatever. I'm down. I'll get it. And when it's at the multiplayer, I didn't. The thing is, I didn't experience Uncharted before. That's why I was about to go do it on PlayStation Now, and obviously that means I didn't experience the multiplayer. So I won't get to experience the multiplayer if I get the remaster. And that's where I just kind of feel, wow. A lot of people immediately tried to compare it to the Master Chief collection, and people will say, well, we don't want multiplayer in this collection because we don't want it broken, And yeah, Halo did have issues with this multiplayer. You can't lie. You know what I mean? At least when you were trying to do public matches. You can do regular multiplayer and like private matches and whatnot, with people online and whatnot, but it was a hard time getting public matches and stuff like that, especially ranked matches. So but the crazy thing is, I didn't mind paying the $60 for the Master Chief collection, because it was 4 games. It was 4 games, and they all came with their own individual multiplayers, and you still had to access multiplayer co-op and whatnot. So now with Uncharted, like I said, I don't have a problem with the collection, or that it's even I don't even have a problem that they print out the collection. I think my issue is that the collection is going to cost $60, and that it's not going to have all the features of all the games. It's just going to have the single player campaigns in 1080p, and I think and that bothers me. So I'm like, am I really playing for the game, or am I paying for just to play the beta? Am I playing for a paid beta for the multiplayer of the next game? It's a shame because I just did a video just telling you guys how great PlayStation Now is, that it would be cheaper for me to go play all three of the series and enjoy the full game of Uncharted on PlayStation Now than it would be to go and buy the collection. But the thing is, I feel like I'm still probably going to buy the collection just for the hell of it. But it does suck to have half the game, you know what I mean, or half the what you call it, half the experience. Is the fact that they're able to get away with charging full $60 for old games, and half those old games, at like half the experience. So I mean, the multiplayer may not have been great. I don't know. I never played Uncharted before. The multiplayer may not have been as great, but doesn't mean I don't want to try it or see how it was for myself. And if you eliminate that option and then you still asking for a full price tag as if it's a brand new game, this probably game takes probably what I want to say 20 minutes to port. Nowadays with the technology, them porting this to PlayStation 4 and giving it 1080p is no extra work. So for it to cost $60 is really problematic, And Microsoft, we know they made amends with the Halo being broke. With the countless updates, they gave us Halo ODST free, which looks good. It plays phenomenal. But like, I think Sony tried to get away with this with the whole Last of Us thing when people had a problem with the price of the remastered version of The Last of Us. I think they wanted to charge 50 or 60, and then they had to discount $10. But then when they said, all right, we're going to sell it for $10, they didn't want to refund the people that pre-ordered it at full price. That was the problem. And I think this is just another mistake. I think Sony's problem, they do a lot of cool things, but when it comes to their pricing or going about how they're going to price something, that's where the disconnect comes. And if you're not going to give people the full experience on this game, why would you dare go to $60? They would have gotten away. You're gonna take away multiplayer. That's missing. You would have gotten away. Make it 45. Make it even 50. Even if it's $50, all right, you got a point. But you charging the fullest price tag. It just I don't feel like I'm paying for the game. I think I'm paying for the beta of Uncharted 4. I think it's coming with the Uncharted 4 beta. If somebody correct me if I'm wrong, right now I'm about to go through. I'm pretty sure there's some comments here, just in case. I usually don't have the YouTube thing open at the same time, but yeah, but like, you know what I mean? Like I said, this is no jab. This is like real deal. I just think like I said, when they first announced it, I was very excited. But then again, it took me back once I found out the price and I found out that they were removing multiplayer. That kind of bothered me. It's like I was like, I could just ignore it and not. Like I said, you're not required to buy every game. I'm not required to buy Uncharted, which means I probably shouldn't be complaining about its overpriced and under delivering content. Because I could play the full experience right now because I have PlayStation Now. I could play the whole experience. And that's what's one of my complaints about PlayStation Now is that a lot of games that's on that list are already games that's out on the PS4 as well, or they already remastered them. Like The Last of Us is on there. Bound by Flame is on there. What you call it? What's some other games? There's a bunch of games that's already on the PlayStation 4 that have already been remastered for the PS4 that's on that list. So it's just like, all right, the value kind of disintegrates. Like I said, PlayStation Now is overpriced. But the thing is, I'm at the point where I can play Uncharted right now. It won't be in 1080p or the PlayStation Now resolution. The resolution is really like below par. It's not the greatest. It runs great, it plays great, but the resolution obviously doesn't look as good, or the game doesn't look as good as it would be running natively on its console. So I could just say screw it. I'm not going to pre-order that garbage, and I'll just play on PlayStation Now. But then again, how much is 1080p 60 frames per second or 35 45 frames per second worth to me at this point? Is it worth $60? Is the collection worth $60? I mean, it's hours of story I could catch up on, but I can technically do that right now at $20. Believe it, $20 a month. And I would just try to complete all 3 games within 1 month, so it can only cost me $20 for the game. But or pay $60 for 1080p and Uncharted beta. I mean, and I think really the money's really the Uncharted beta. I think this when we buy um the Uncharted collection, we're just really funding the further development of Uncharted 4. They probably ran out of funds, and then they're going to release this, and we're going to help keep that game going. So it's a shame. It does, but let me not say it. That game does come with multiplayer. It comes with the Uncharted 4, I think, beta, and when Lord knows when that starts, but it's scheduled to come out October. People were asking for this, but I don't know if they were asking for it quite like this, So it's really a tough one. If you guys if you have questions, like I said, these little mini rants, these mini videos I be doing, they aren't long. I'm not going to be here for like hours or anything like that. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me in the comment section, or follow me on Twitter at kidsmove, KIDSMOOVE. Or you guys, a lot of you guys have me a friend on Facebook. Feel free to ask me things. How do you guys feel about this, about the Uncharted collection? Like I said, at first glance, when Yoshida first tweeted out, I retweeted it. I'm like, all right, that's good. You know what I mean? I'm like Jabari screaming out, yeah, it's a wrap. You know what I mean? I'm like, all right, this is cool. I can't complain. But once more details started to come out about the lack of multiplayer and that's going to be a full price, that $60, it kind of bothered me. Now, initially, if it was going to be all games and with the multiplayer and remastered in 1080p, I would pay I would still pay $60 for it, because I did the same thing for Halo. Even though I have more ties to Halo since I've been a fan of it and played the Halos in the past. I never played Uncharted. I missed out on a series, hence why I got PlayStation Now, so I can catch up. And now they're releasing a remaster, except it's half the experience, and I think that's a little bit disappointing. There's a lot of videos coming out. There's some people who are not happy with it, and there's a lot of people who are damage controller, who are excited, and those people who are genuinely excited for it. Kudos, you know what I mean? I understand you want to get back into the series, and you want to get back into the series with the series feeling brand new. And that's what some remasters do for me as well. Like Gears, when they released Gears of War, the remaster, going back into that game, I'm even though I already played the game, beat it multiple times, and enjoyed the multiplayer, but playing it again because I want those memories, playing it again, feeling with the feeling of it feeling brand new with today's resolutions, it does feel good, But like I said, I have no history with Uncharted. And my only history with it, I was going to get started with PlayStation Now, or now I have to look forward to is the collection. But the thing is, I feel like if I support it, I'm robbing myself. And I think Sony still have enough time is June to rectify this. They can do, like I said, because they got their ass chewed out when they tried to pull out a full price for The Last of Us remaster. And then they wanted to withhold, like they didn't want to give refunds for people who pre-ordered it at full price. So and they finally turned around, was like, all right, we'll refund people and whatnot, and drop the price. And I think this is what they need to do. They have to fix the price, or if they don't fix the price, they have to deliver multiplayer. But do they really want to add in multiplayer on a game? Like, do they really want to add in multiplayer? That's probably going to cost a lot more money. That makes this the remaster that they put out, it was cheap to do. It's really cheap to do. If you're taking a game that's already out and just painting it in 1080p, it's really cheap to do. Now, to add a refined multiplayer, or to open up all those servers again, or whatever they have to do, because I'm pretty sure not all the servers is still open, because Insomniac usually don't keep their servers open that long for the games. That's going to cost them money. So they're either said screw it, they're not going to do it at all, or they're going to make it some sort of DLC with one of the games being multiplayer. It has to be at least one of the games they're going to add multiplayer, and probably like the most recent one. Or they're just going to, only multiplayer you're going to see is, I think, the Uncharted 4's multiplayer in the form of a beta. So, and that's the thing. I think I don't know if I'm going to pre-order it. I might just either wait until they drop the price, or it'll be in my queue for GameFly, and I'll just play it, and I'll just hold on to it until I complete them all, and return it back. That's the only way, because I feel like if I support that, I'm robbing myself and I'm doing something that I don't believe in. If Halo only gave me, I wouldn't have paid $60 for just a remastered version of Halo 2 or a single player only Halo, even though technically a lot of people are like, oh, but you did because the multiplayer is broken. You're right. I paid for it. I didn't buy Halo. I didn't buy Master Chief Collection knowing the multiplayer wasn't going to work for so long. And even though, like I said, couldn't get into public matches easily, there was still a form of multiplayer available for me to participate in. And the campaign is good enough where I didn't need to jump into the multiplayer. But the same thing with like Uncharted. Like I said, I don't know how bad or how good Uncharted's multiplayer is because I never played it. This would have been my first time. And I don't know if, to be honest, I don't even know if the servers are still up. I mean, I could go on PlayStation now and try to participate in multiplayer there and see how that works for me. It may work, may not. I don't know. But this is just that it's crazy, and there's like I said, there's gonna be a lot of videos out with people on each side, and a lot of people are gonna make reference or poke fun at the Master Chief Collection. And a lot of people like, wow, I'd rather no multiplayer than broken multiplayer. Hey, it is what it is. It's it really is what it is. So like I said, it's not worth for, like, even like me, I shouldn't really be ranting about it because I don't have to buy it. I really don't. The thing is, I was torn because at first, when I seen that, I retweeted it. You could see my retweet and stuff like that. I was excited. But the knowing that they're charging full price for it does bother me a little bit. Like I said, I haven't decided if I'm going to buy it. I want to, but I would feel discouraged if I do, because if I could play it on PlayStation right now, all three. My free trial isn't up yet. You know what I mean? Didn't get charged for my monthly fee yet on it, so I don't know. But I think this is all I got. Thank you to all of you who sat down and watched me. I'm about getting ready for the NBA Finals Game 1. Let's go Cleveland. And my plan to try to beat Knack today, so look out for my review. That's going to be, hopefully I could have it. I might not have it out tomorrow, since tomorrow's a regular work day. It's Friday, but it's a work day. So I might have it out Saturday for you guys. I'll have a written and a video review of Knack. And other than that, I'm looking forward to E3. See, maybe they'll reveal more. Maybe they get a reality check. Somebody probably went to change.org or custom out on Twitter. They might change the price. Like I said, there's a lot of people don't know how to feel about this. Like I said, I was happy at first, but then I seen the price and then the lack of content, the lack of multiplayer. That's kind of what kind of made me feel really indifferent. And I don't know, Sony, this is where Sony kind of screws up. It's always, when it comes to them, it's always about price and content. We've seen it with, PlayStation Now, price and content. They have the content, but the price is fucked up. Last of Us, good port, amazing game. It's all right. It's a good game, but they wanted to charge full price. The price was fucked up. People reacted. Now they had to do a 180. Sony's been doing more 180s than Xbox lately. You know what I mean? And that's what, but I don't want to be the person that, that tries to make this out to be bigger than what it really is. It's just that when it comes to pricing, they need help. They need really help. I mean, maybe I should go apply and work for them. I went to school for business, marketing, and communications. I'm pretty sure we can work this pricing thing out, but the game literally should have been, like I said, they could have got away. The highest they should have charged for this game is 50, and the comfortable spot would have been $40. $40 really should have been a real price. Knowing that they were going to leave out multiplayer, they probably should have just left it at $40 and called it a day. And this would have been like a number one seller for at least the first week of October. Who knows? But it's ridiculous. But that's all. I'm not going to hold you guys too long. Thank you for, like I said, joining live. These things are random. I don't plan these things. Something happens that catch my eye. I want to talk about it, and I don't want to do a rehearsed video. I just want to come out and express all, and those of you show up, and it feels good. But add me on Xbox Live, Kid Smooth, my gamer tag. And if you guys, those to you who have PlayStation 4 or play on the PlayStation 4, I am on it. I do have some of the games on there, mostly the exclusive. My PlayStation ID is Kid Nerd Smooth. That's KIDNERDSMOOTH. OOVE. And you can find me on there. I'll be on there tonight after the game. As I always say, sorry, Sony, but right now, Xbox is the best box, and I am the best bot. And Sony, come on, fix some prices, man. We out. Good night. Well, to me, no, it's good day, good afternoon, and good morning if you're on the other side of the globe. We out, man.